Hello everyone, welcome to a new air/entitled parents. This is my second video on this channel, and I hope you guys will enjoy. Give me a cat. You seem to like my story, so here's another one. More recent one. Insert spelling formatting apology here. Quick backstory. This happened a couple months ago. A previous cat has died, rest in peace Velvet, and it had been a couple months since we had a furry friend in our house. We went to the cat shelter. We like to get our new bean. That's where his story takes place. Cast: me. A husband, same guy's boyfriend in last two. EM Karen. I think that's Karen. EK Crotch Demon 1. EK 2 Crotch Demon 2. CL Cat Lady, one of the owners. Elderberry Precious Bean. The story. A and I were talking with CL doing the normal adoption stuff. When the EKs came up to me, the one holding cat, and then asked to pet her. I said yes, just don't hurt her since she's defensive. They began fiercely petting Elderberry, so she bit EK1 on the hand. They both ran away to their mom and calmed her down. Then EM came up. EM, your cat bit my child's hand. Me, I told them not to hurt her. They pet her too hard and she retaliated. EK1, Mommy, I want the cat. EM, give us the cat. It's not even yours. Me, we're in the middle of adopting her. We're not going to stop that to give it to someone who hurt her. EM, she wasn't hurt, just feral. Me, I've dealt with feral cats before. It's not gonna be a problem. Elderberry is meowing now. She is very loud since she's deaf. EK, EK2, shut the cat up, it's too loud. Me, she's deaf, she doesn't know how loud she is. EK2, then it should be put down. Jesus Christ, okay. CL, Miss, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. EM, let me speak to your manager. CL, I'm the owner. EM, then give me the cat since this feral creature of yours assaulted my baby. CL, she was responding naturally. EM, for feral creatures, yes. CL, please leave before I call the cops. EM, I'm gonna go to the police station and have them arrest you. Luckily, she thought going to the police instead of calling them would be a good idea, since that got her out of the place. Hey, she was crazy. What are you gonna do about the police? CL, oh, she's done that a couple times. Nothing ever happened. Nothing to worry about. I gave CL a hug. Don't worry, we're friends. Before we left with Elderberry, and A and I laughed about it in the car on the way, and she was very happy with her new home. Edit. I see asking for cat pics, but sadly I can't give you any. She's very afraid of cameras, and we don't know why. According to CL, she was rescued from an abusive home, which probably has something to do with it. Sorry. Well, I feel like this lady is annoying, and her kids are frustrating me about saying that the deaf cat should be put down. Like, don't do that. New story. But pedos need love too. My neighbors had this weird relative. He was so odd, no one really liked it when he showed up, even though they couldn't quite figure out why. It became apparent why when he was caught and convicted for sexual abusing a little boy. For this, the guy spent several years in jail. Good. The idiot needed to be there. While this guy was in jail, my neighbor had two adorable kids. First a little girl, then a little boy. Awesome and well-behaved kids. So well-behaved, it was almost freaky. But I think my boys might just be But then I think my boys might just be part demon. Then the pedo gets out of prison. When this happened, my neighbors told me that there was no way they're ever gonna let this pedophile near the kids. And I was glad that they taught the way. Responsible parents. Always good to see. These folks were wonderful parents. About 3 months later, my husband ran into our neighbor's mother/mother-in-law. I was never sure whether I liked this woman or not. I was positive I didn't like her after the meeting. This entitled woman did nothing but complain about our neighbors. Her daughter could have done better. Her daughter's husband was a lazy slob. They refused to go to the church with her, yada yada. I was getting annoyed when her stupid rambling. These were great neighbors that actually watched their own kids when they came over. And then she started complaining about how they refused to let her nephew, the pedophile, come to their house. She went on a tirade about how families should stick together and how they are not trusting his nephew was just wrong. I stood there in horror as she told us how she had the plans to pick up her grandkids and take them to meet her nephew, so that he would be given the love and trust of his family, which he so desperately needed. The cow then went on and said she might even leave them with him for a short time, just so, he can show everyone else how trustworthy he is. The police were stupid to say he couldn't be around kids, as he was going to prove it to them. I actually put my hands in my pocket to keep from reaching out to slap her. I looked at my husband and saw that he was freaking out too. Here we both were staring at this woman with horrified looks in our face, and this cow kept droning on, not even noticing. She was so damn stupid. When we got home, my husband walked over to our neighbor's house and told him what his mother-in-law had said. The neighbors wasn't surprised in least and said that he wondered if this would happen. He thanked my husband for the warning and told us not to worry. Give me a sec. Later, the neighbor told me what had happened. He said that his mother-in-law had come by a few days later and had wanted to take their kids to their church. He had told her no. She then asked if she could just have them for the afternoon then. He told her no again. She was getting mad by this time and asked why he wasn't letting her have her only grandkids. He told her that he was afraid that she would take the kids around cousin pedophile. The very next thing she said I was my husband and I were lying. That she would never do that and hadn't brought up her names at all. So when she said she knew that she had planned on doing just that, he told her all he knew she wasn't going to do is because he wasn't going to let her. She became angry at this point and said that she would talk to her daughter about this accusation and left. Later her daughter told her she could come by the house anytime she wanted to see the kids. She also told her that anytime she wanted they would bring the kids to her house for a visit. This as long as her nephew, the pedophile, wasn't there. But never ever was she going to be allowed to just take the kids without her or her husband. So she was just going to have to accept it. Her mother angrily told her that God gave her those kids, so therefore God could just easily take her kids away. I'm not sure, but that kind of sounded like a threat to me, but who knows. So the mother-in-law did the only not logical thing and moved her nephew, the pedophile, into her house. What followed was the woman moaning and complaining that no one ever visited her anymore, and she was no longer welcome to any of her relatives' homes. The reality was that she stubbornly insisted that her nephew and the pedophile will be invited too, and if not, then she was staying home. I have not been able to figure this one out at all. Now the neighbor's kids are all grown up, the woman still to this day lives alone with her pedophile nephew, and still loudly wonders when no one comes to her house why she's no longer invited to places. You know, if I would have been these parents of these kids, and that was my mother-in-law, I would do the same thing. I would not let her close to my children. Okay, so guys, this is a new thing I'm doing. This story is a story from one of the viewers, and they asked me if I could put it in a video, and of course I will do it because, well, I'm gonna do it. So if you guys ever have an Untitled Parent story or any other things, you can say it in the comments of this video or the video before, and I'll use it for the next video. So yeah, this is from a person called Lil.S4D. So let's see. Can you use this one in the next video, please? About EM. I've got a story to share. So I was with my cat, a Norwegian forest cat, that EM understood she's expensive. Also, she had a cat too. She wanted kitties. I didn't want her to hand over the cat because I'm sure she didn't want to have kitties right now. Also, she's only 8 months old, so she is too young. She then went to my mom. But she said the same thing. Now she started yelling at us. Her spoiled kid wanted the little cat. Then I said, why don't you get a cat from the shelter? I also got my cat from the shelter. She responded, those ugly monsters, I won't take them. Now give me the goddamn cat. I was angry as hell, but she ran after me in order to obtain my cat. She yelled, give me Lola, her name. I was never going to let her get my lovely cat. My cat was meowing a lot, so we went into my house, but then she kept yelling. I was annoyed, so I tried to ignore her, but then she started throwing rocks at our house. So we called the police, and she got arrested. Lola's good now and happy, thanks to the goddamn police who arrived fast. Have a beautiful day. Wow, thank you so much for the story. You know, if I was you, she would not be able to take my cats or any other pets you would have owned then. Like, I really don't. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.